Hello beautiful people, it's Sindafam. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be checking this video and it's titled Princess Catherine has been bullied on social media. Kinsey Schofield defends Kate Middleton. Interesting. I'm excited to check this one out to hear what we've got to say. Let's check it out.
Beaming, I'm sure, Kinsey, as beautifully and as proudly as Kate was. I mean, she did look good, didn't she?
Oh, she looked
Yeah,
so good. And yeah, I feel like we are so invested in this young woman, even in the States, even in, I mean, I should say, especially in the States, um, because a lot of us grew up with her. We met her when she was in school with Prince William. We watched the evolution of their relationship. We watched the birth of their children. And we are really committed to the success of this young family and the future of the monarchy. So her absence was felt and she was greatly missed. And we saw her. She looked, like you said, I hate to steal your language, but she was beaming. She looked absolutely lovely, enjoying the company of her children in the carriage. She looked stunning on the balcony. I think a lot of us are grateful to see her happy and healthy looking.
Yeah, I think everyone would share that sentiment. What did you kind of take away from the statement from Princess Catherine that she released on the Friday, I think it was, where she put this line in referring to her illness and her treatment? I'm not out of the woods yet. What did you make of that? I thought it was very telling myself.
I mean, brutal honesty. And I got a lot of negative feedback when I was critical of the Mother's Day photo. Although I always stressed I felt like it was an innocent mistake. When you release something that has been manipulated, you jeopardize the credibility of not only the media, but the public. And I felt like that was a big mistake. And I mean, it's an innocent mistake, but I did feel like that was a misstep when it came to the palace. We are seeing brutal honesty from the princess going forward. She is giving us insight that is, quite frankly, none of our business, but we're grateful over the fact that she is sharing this information with us. To say I'm not out of the woods yet, I think she says I need more time. I'm going to need another beat. Allow me to rest, heal, and focus on my body and make recovery a priority. And we need to be respectful of that, because in the weeks leading up to this, you saw so much more speculation about whether or not she was going to appear, with that speculation turning into we won't see her until 2025. And those types of rumors, that's gasoline on an open flame when it comes to the Princess of Wales and social media over the last 6 months.
Well,
and that's unfair for her.
Do you think there's a danger?
Exactly. But at the same time, I always say, for when it comes to the royal family, with the health issues and everything, and Princess Catherine, when they are ready to spill or share any information about them, they will. And I understand people's curiosity and all of that, wanting to be all up in their business because they are public figure. But again, let's not forget that they are human beings first, and they also have their private life that they are dealing with, and they will not want to share everything. And regarding that photo, I understand that it was Photoshop gone wrong, and I don't think we have to continuously repeat and talk about that photo, because yeah, lots of things can happen or lots of things can go wrong. They are not the first people to edit a photo that went wrong. I mean, lots of celebrities do this. So why is it that just this one mistake that we don't even know where it came from is what we want to repeatedly talk about? I mean, honestly, let's just be honest. We, even us as human beings, we edit our photos, and sometimes it might not look really good when edited, but at the end of the day, some of us or some people will still go ahead to post it because, I mean, in their eye, they felt good and they looked good. So, I mean, we should move past that and move ahead. And yeah, it's a good thing that Princess Catherine is being open and sharing about health issues regardless. And indeed, regardless of the case, I think we should respect her wishes whenever she's ready to make public appearances or talk about her recovery stage or health issues or whatever. She will. But again, this is interesting. It's a beautiful thing that she attended the Trooping the Color for the family function, and people saw her. At least it satisfied people's curiosity for those who were asking, where is Princess Catherine, and wanted to see her to know or confirm that she is doing okay. But again, she is doing okay, and thank goodness that we all got to see her looking healthy and doing well. But let's go on.
her.
Do you think there's a danger now that she and well, okay, danger is a strong word. I don't mean that, but now that she's done this, that actually it will increase, if you like, public appetite for her. We have, for example, the state opening of Parliament after the election will happen. Should she be by her husband's side there? Or do you think that actually where the public are is whatever she wants to do is fine by us? We are funny here. We're very quick to criticise and challenge. And then there's this awful rumour and speculation that people go into overdrive on. But I'm sensing the British public are kind of in, whatever you want to do, Kate, you do. Good luck.
I completely agree with you. Even royal commentators, I feel like that's where we are. We're grateful when we get to see you. We're thrilled. But there's little to no expectation of when that will be. And I think that that's perfectly fair. You know, even details in that statement about cancer, I feel like we're all affected by cancer in some way, shape, or form. I lost two people last year to cancer. So when she talks about those good days and bad days, you remember the text message you received from somebody that was almost word for word, those exact things. Or you remember visually seeing somebody the day before that was in high spirits and the next day they're defeated. So we are feeling very sympathetic towards her, and we want to make sure that she heals properly and that she has the peace to do so and the privacy to do so with her family.
I mean, you talk in I'm probably going to get in trouble here, so be kind to me, Kinsey, here, right? You talk in very personal terms about a national affection, effectively. It's almost like you want to own our princess. Trust me, we can send you one or two.
I'm wearing a shirt with her face on it, so I can confirm.
We've sent you one of our princesses back to that part of the world, you know. So but listen, what can you when you look at something like Trooping the Colour, which is a big deal in this country when it comes to anything royal. I'm not saying the whole country get behind it, but it puts us on the world stage. It's a huge driver for the visitor economy, and it's a spectacle. We like to think we do it better than anyone else. But actually, how much excitement do these type of royal events create in Native America, if you like, your Native America? Are they big news over there? Do people sit down and watch it?
Absolutely. I did several American hits yesterday because we are exactly like you said, so envious of the pomp, the choreography, the wardrobe. I mean, everything we just can't compete in any way, shape, or form. And specifically, we're both going through presidential elections that are ugly, that are, I mean, no one's very enthusiastic about them. But what's different between my country and yours is that you have an event like this which does bring everyone together. And for a second, you can forget and you can just be patriotic and celebrate your country. We rarely have those moments in the States, to the point where the American flag has become some sort of symbol of our patriotism has become a bad word. So I envy your company or your country in that element, because the royal family really does seem to bring you all together.
It's certain. I think it's certain. You're absolutely right when you think about the sort of troubled or lively political scene, from the death of Her Late Majesty to the coronation, and even family dramas like this, where you've got the King, who's also, we mustn't forget, undergoing treatment as well. I think it is a unifier in that sense. Listen, Kinsey, I'm just going to read a couple of texts.
She's right about that. Lots of people envy this event, especially with the way it's unified. It was just beautiful to see. And this is, for a moment, lots of people forgot about their political differences and political stance or whatever they were going through, and just wanted to be in the moment, enjoy the moment, and soak it all in. And that was it. That was beautiful. But again, let's talk about Princess Catherine. Truly, lots of people would be thirsty or hungered to see more of her in the public and all. But again, I think at this point, just like how she last minute decided to attend the Trooping the Colour, it may be the exact same way with other events that may be. But I don't think at this point we should be expecting that. But exactly what was said here. Anytime we see her out in public, we are gonna accept it, because I mean, lots of people love her, but I mean, lots of people still want to wish her well and wish her quick recovery, and want her to be in her best self when she's out in public or attending public functions regardless. But okay, let's go on.
A couple of texts and put a question
Uh-oh.
to you. First of all, talk. You so-called journalists make me sick. I think I'm more a broadcaster than a journalist. Leave Kate alone to recover and come back into public life at her own pace instead of over-analysing everything, says Pauline. Pauline, my answer to that is Kate wanted to go public, and I think there's a reason for that, because I think she actually thinks transparency is helping many people in a similar situation. But thank you for your comment. How... first on that one, Kinsey, what do you say?
Yeah, I mean, I think that one of the reasons that she released that statement and that beautiful photo right before the event was because she didn't want it to be something that overshadowed the king's birthday. She wanted to be, again, I think that she learned a lesson from the photo event, and she is being ridiculously honest with us and upfront. And again, I said earlier, I don't even think that we're necessarily worthy of it, but I'm appreciative of it. And I think that she does want to use this experience to help other people, and she's grateful to the people that are following her journey.
And she'll want it talked about, won't she? You don't put out something like that and then expect the media to ignore it, do you?
Right. And, you know, I had so many people, when this was first announced, reached out to me that said, I'm going through something similar, or I've gone through something similar. How can I contact her? How can I tell her about my experience? Because people do relate to this. And again, everybody wants her happy and healthy. Everybody is invested in the future of her and her family, and they want to see her succeed. So I haven't stumbled upon anybody that is being negative about this.
Well, Kinsey, I'm going to put another view to you, because I know quite a lot of people share that, and it's coming through loud and clear. Is this message from Neil? And I'll respond as you wish to this. Nick, am I missing something? Princess Catherine, Neil, come on, put a frock on and stood on a balcony. It's not like she did a 10-hour cleaning shift. Plenty of people with cancer just have to get on with life, says Neil in Swansea. Over to you, Kinsey.
I mean, I would say I've had this question presented to me so many times in the States.
Does it irritate you, or does it make you struggle to understand what's behind a question like that? Or do you go, yeah, fair enough?
No, I don't. I mean, I would never wish to be Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and I love her. She has the world. She receives more negative attention than any other woman in the world, aside from Meghan Markle, who I think does seem receive a lot of negative attention. but you know, that's a tough job to be a woman, a Wales woman. It is a tough job. That Princess Diana, Fergie, we're very critical of these women, and so to stand up in front of the world when you've been, you know, I won't repeat the rumors that have been circulating online, but they've been absolutely cruel. So to come back out into the world, it was courageous. You know, I felt like it was very brave, and I felt like it showed how strong she was, because she was putting it into the speculation that has bordered on vulgar and real cruelty on social media and bullying. I mean, it truly has been bullying.
Has she been bullied?
Absolutely. I mean, some of the rumors about what has been going on behind the scenes have been ludicrous and just vile. A lot of them coming from Harry and Meghan fans. And so she has, she's put an end to it by showing her face in a very vulnerable situation, you know, in front of the world, on the world stage. It wasn't just standing on a balcony and putting on a pretty dress. She knew people were going to criticize everything about the way she looked that day, her behavior, lip readers reading, but you know, what she was saying to her children within the carriage. She has a very difficult job, and I do not envy her position. But I admire her for taking it on and being so graceful in executing it.
Okay, that Kinsey, that contempt you hold for those people who spread such, frankly, vile suggestions and comments, which I totally get. And you said some of it's coming from the friends of Meghan and Harry. What do you say, though, to the people who, likewise, absolutely no fans of Meghan and Harry, and I include myself in that, who are happy to spread malicious and perhaps untruths about them as well?
I think that you need to look deep and, well, first of all, I'd say get a job, because anybody that's busy and thriving and happy doesn't have time to do this kind of stuff. But I'd say that you need to look deep within yourself, because that these type of rumors, these type of stories, they negatively affect people in a way that
Yes.
I don't even want to visit. I don't even want to imagine. And we have seen a lot of cruelty thrust at the whales over the last few years, or over the last year, over the last few years, but specifically over the last year. And we did not know that they were going through something so horrific and traumatic behind the scenes.
Do you think it would have come out, or they would have kept it a secret, about the way she's now dealing, about having the necessary to have the treatment, had it not been for, as you say, those incendiary and utterly wrong speculation that was going on, to a point, by the way, in mainstream media as well in some places?
Oh yeah. I was on this channel and broke down sobbing when I found out over it, because I did feel like the video she released was as a result of some of the speculation online, and the palace just thought, we've got to nip this in the bud. And I felt like we put her in a very unfair position to have to sit
Yes.
there vulnerably and say, I'm dealing with something that I really wish I could be dealing with in private, most likely.
Let's finish on something that you may think is a strange choice of words, slightly positive, but I think everyone knows that the King's commitment to just duty that he gets from his mother, the late Queen, is like what drives him. He's always been like that, King or Prince of Wales. And the suggestion that was put out there by those who are allegedly in the know is that actually he shouldn't be doing as much as he is, but he's basically told everyone and battling with his wife to say, just let me get on with things, stop holding me back. I kind of like that. I hope he's not putting himself at risk. But do you think that's a fair summary of how his probably attitude is? Let me get on with it.
Yes, I think he is. I don't want to use the word stubborn. I think he's probably stubborn in this arena, but I also think he's got an incredible work ethic that we can all really admire. I mean, think about all the 30-somethings that are still living at home with their mom and dad. Um, King Charles is showing us that they get on with it. Get up, get ready to put your socks on, get to work, and focus on the positive. Focus on the future. Focus on the blessings in your life. And I think that that's something we can all really admire.
Yes.
Kinsey, thank you very much for joining us. Kinsey Schofield, royal commentator.
But yeah, I've always said it, like those people who always leave not so nice comments or who are mean towards Princess Catherine. I mean, honestly, what exactly runs through their mind? These people always forget that the royal family, regardless of how it is, they are human beings first, and they are dealing with something or issues that they don't want to share in public, or they are dealing with issues in private that they don't want to share in public. And that is how it is. Even before the release of Princess Catherine's video of her talking about her health issues and what she's dealing with, the first thing I said was, if there is any need to share anything about them or what is going on, they will. But other than that, I think people should respect their privacy. I don't think people should be bombarding them with the where is Princess Catherine, we want to see her, what is happening in the royal family and stuff. These people have their private lives that they have to deal with, aside the fact that they are public figure and all of that. But again, they still have their private life that they still need to take care of. And most importantly, their private life is important and their family is important as well. But again, lots of people don't want to see it that way, don't want to see them as human beings. They always feel like the royal family owes them information about them or things that are happening. I don't think they do. But again, it's a beautiful thing regardless. I always say whenever the royal family feels the need to share any information about them or things that are going on, then we should respect that, because now we live in a different times with social media age, and like sometimes some information or some things we share online cannot be undone or cannot be taken back. So I mean, people should just be gracious towards one another and also towards the royal family, and remember that regardless, they're still human beings. and they have their private life that they are also dealing with, or private issues that they're dealing with as well, that they might not want to share with the public. But again, this is an interesting conversation regardless. Let me know what you think about this. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. I would really love you to share that. You can share the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.